Let's get it. Are you ready? I am. Yeah. So you got the spot, huh? Yeah. Well, I'm coming for it. And there's nothing you can do.
Welcome to ESPN West Palm's High School Game Day, presented by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather. Here's your host, Theo Dorsey.
Good people. I know you pumped up right now, baby. It's Theo Dorsey. It's High School Game Day presented by HSS Florida, and it's week 1. I don't care what happened last week in the kickoff classics. Matter of fact, I don't care what your record was back in 2023 because it starts counting right now, and I'm so glad to be able to deliver you the highlights from all throughout Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. The season officially underway, and let's not waste any time. How about the High School Game Day Game of the Week? We had Christian Cat and Jimmy Bell on the call from West Boca as they hosted Benjamin on a Thursday night. See, Cat, take it away.
Two receivers to the right, two receivers to the left, tailback to the left of Vega. Vega gives that handoff to Donia across the 45, and he breaks tackles across the second level. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, end zone. Could he get in? Yes, he did. It's a touchdown for the Benjamin Buccaneers. Staff Benjamin leads by 7, trying to extend that lead right here. Handoff, Donia across the 10, 5, end zone, touchdown. Benjamin strikes again and again. It's the tailback, Phoenix, Donia. 1st and 10 on the way. Vega brings his tailback from behind him to his left. Two receivers to the left, lone receiver to the right. Vega rolling to his left, looking to pass. Spinning around at the 15, fires it sideline, going up, coming down with it. Did he get his foot in bounds? Yes, he did. A miraculous play, hauling it in on the sideline was Baron Reba. On this drive, he's had alternating snaps with Trey Morant. Handoff, Mallory across the 20, 15, 10, staying on his feet, dragging defenders inside the 10-yard line and brought down. It's 1st and goal. Two receivers to the right, lone receiver to the left. Hands the ball off. Javian Mallory on the carry, fighting forward. He's in the end zone. It's a touchdown. West Boca gets on the scoreboard. A score they so desperately needed. Javian Mallory in the backfield. He gets the handoff. Bouncing it outside, finding the end zone. Touchdown, West Boca! Takes his tailback to the left side. Vega, heavy pressure from West Boca. He gets swallowed in the backfield for a sack. It's a turnover on downs. A gaggle of West Boca Bulls get there and bring down the senior quarterback Vega in a battle of top 5 teams here in Boca Raton. The W goes to the Bulls.
At the end of the day, we found a way to win. It was ugly in the first half. And, we challenged our guys at halftime, hey, play 4 quarters. Play 4 quarters. That's a great football team we just played. Hats off to them, man. They gave us everything and more that we could ask for. We just told our kids, let's play with energy in the second half and let's see what happens. And, I couldn't be more proud of our team from finding a way to win. I'm super proud of this group right here.
Well, those West Boca Bulls, so good in close games. Number 8, Palm Beach Central at Pahokee, kicking it out to the muck in the first Broncos drive. Look at the Devils on defense, shutting down the 4th down right there on the goal line. Turnover on downs. Broncos defense equally effective. Gang tackling right there, allowing nothing past the line of scrimmage. Second possession for the Broncos, and PBC gets it going. Chase Routson, how about you meet Preston Parker wide open in the end zone? Their first touchdown of the regular season. Few plays later, Pahokee, their quarterback under pressure, and down he goes. The strip sack. That's from McCohen's Innocent. David Harmon picks it up. That's a present that he's taken to the crib. 13, very lucky on that place. Right play, right time. Blue Devils, they'd make a push in the second half, but it wouldn't be enough. Palm Beach Central wins this one 21-14. They keep it rolling in Bronco Town. St. Andrews at number 10, Kings Academy. Now, last year, these two teams combined for over 100 points. Tall bar for the sequel to clear, and look at that defense answering the bell right there. Tonight was quite the opposite, actually. Both defenses came out and showed up to play. Multiple interceptions, multiple big stops, and you're watching many of them right. I mean, come on. Come on, dude. Taking it right out of the hands of the offense right there, which would have been a big touchdown. Kings Academy managed a 7-0 lead into the 4th quarter before that big catch from Joe Daly, and that's going to be Kosuke Nakata for the touchdown that created a 2-possession lead. Kings Academy wins this one 13-zip, avenging the loss from a year ago, taking the Scots down. How about that, from over 100 points to a shutout?
You're watching ESPN West Palm High School Game Day.
Number 1 Atlantic opening things up at home against Palm Beach Gardens. Appreciate you Eagles cheerleaders. Look at Lincoln Graff. The dude plays like 3 different sports. He's showing off the legs. He even told me at Top 63 he hoops. I didn't know that about you, brother. On the other side, a pair of touchdown runs for Lincoln Graff in this one, and then the defense answering the bell as well. They were hungry. They had 3 first-half turnovers. It was all Atlantic in this one. The Eagles win big. I mean, look at that. Go have a nose for the football. That's how you get more PT throughout the season. 42-3 Atlantic, the number 1 team in the spot in the area. They've now won 6 straight regular season games dating back to last year and 10 of their last 11. Look at that, another pick. Oh, that's Teddy Hoffman, excuse me. That's Teddy Hoffman making big plays. Let's get to the next one, Somerset Canyons at number 6. St. Aloysius, look at the student section, a packed out crowd in this one. 14-8 Chiefs in the third. Look at this weird punt formation. It was a shotgun snap. Heads up play right here as Whistler Sterling scores it and knots it up at 14 all in the third play. Speaking of heads-up plays, top 63 quarterback Jaden Harrington rolling out, looking for his man. Oh, whoa! That's not your guy. 2-4. Right there, Javon Dawson gets the interception, changing the game for St. Aloysius. A few plays later, Joris Shepard down the seam, and that's my guy. 3-star wide receiver. He's a commit to NC State. That's Jamar Browder, and that's a Wolfpack touchdown. You get a hug from the principal and flex on the camera. Next up, St. Aloysius up 20-14, looking for more points, but you're going to find the 8th grader, Jamari Burgess. The dude isn't even taking high school classes yet, but he's taking high school interceptions and changing the game. St. Aloysius actually was winning in this one, and then the Cougars came back and actually made it a game late in the fourth quarter, but St. Aloysius pulls off the victory 27-21. They escape in this one. That big touchdown you just saw actually got called back for a lineman downfield. Alex Gonzalez mad about that one. St. Aloysius gets to win 27-21. Moving on, Boca Raton at Boynton Beach. Boynton Beach head coach Danny Mendoza making his return to the Palm Beach County sidelines. A tough test, though. Playing against a Boca playoff team from last year, and that defense showed you exactly why. I mean, you're testing them through the air, and, well, the Bobcat says you failed. Another pick right there. They pick up a shutout in this one. Boca High getting the win, 21-0. They say pass the sticks. 3 different Bobcats actually found the end zone on the offensive side, and they start off 1-0. That's their motto, 1-0. Works out for them. Let's move on over to Jupiter at Dwyer. The Battle of Military Trail. Dwyer going to host Jupiter, and actually a year ago, Jupiter beat Dwyer for the first time in 22 years. A new streak on the way, though, here. As Jupiter, you see them celebrating in the end zone. Well, they did a lot of that tonight, and they also did a lot of keeping the Panthers from pitting their way into the end zone, even at home. Jupiter wins this one huge, 27-0, a shutout. A new streak, maybe abreast here in Palm Beach County, as the Warriors looking good in year 2 under Jason Cradman, the reigning coach of the year for Palm Beach County High School football. Moving on, Park Vista at Spanish River. A year ago, Blake Wallace, wide receiver, you know him from the top 63 list. He was actually the leader in Palm. Oh my God. How can I talk about how he did a year ago when I'm watching him do stuff like that right now? The big touchdown from Blake Wallace. He led all receivers in catches, touchdowns, and receiving yards, the Triple Crown, and I think he's well on his way to it again this year. That's Blake again. I mean, he's out there somewhere. Just toss that thing up, and he's going to do that with it. He had not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 touchdowns, 206 yards, and the Sharks defense would join the scoring as well later on. You just watched 3 of Blake Wallace's scores there. Spanish River, they open up the year with a 46-21 win over Park Vista. Let's check out the defensive touchdown. You got to show the other guys some love on the other side, because that's complimentary football. That's what Herm Edwards would say. 46-21, Spanish River wins. Next up, they're going to get Boca. That'll be fun. Let's take a look at the top 10 poll. The safe-bound moving and storage top 10 poll here. We want to see who's winning, who's moving, and who we might have to adjust going forward. Number 1 Atlantic, as we talked about, they win that big one over Gardens, 42-3. The Eagles soaring early. Cardinal Newman, well, they're number 3. They get a huge win, 46-7. Jack Daniels has the crew rolling in midseason form, and remember, it's just week 1. Santa Lucia's again gets that pickup a win, the 27-21 victory. West Boca, huge for them, number 2 versus number 5. They get the victory. Could they challenge Atlantic for the number 1 spot? Vero Beach, they fall against O'Galley, 29-27. If you can't tell, I just learned how to say that correctly, so I want to flex that muscle on y'all. And again, Kings Academy 13-zip over St. Andrews. We'll see who's a moving up or down on the Safebound Moving and Storage Top 10 poll, which comes out on Monday. Be on the lookout. All right, back to the action from the field, and this from a Friday night. John I. Leonard, Forest Hill. Huge game right here as Forest Hill has won 3 straight, including 2 shutouts in this matchup. The Falcons looking to make it 4, and Josiah Hanson looking to help out with that. Nice big guy run there. Jamarcus Emerson going to finish the job a couple plays later in the red zone and just breaking through arm tackles right there. That's that's hard-nosed football. Jim Harbaugh would love that. Joseph Florell, big-time sack right there. I mean, literally just came off the edge untouched. His buddy picks up the fumble. That's Kaven Walker. That's a touchdown for Forest Hill. They're up 21-zip, actually 22-zip, doing a little dance in the end zone. Here's a positive play for John I. Leonard right down the seam. No, that's not Pierre Garcon, but it's somebody from his alma mater. But a couple plays later, I mean, you get the big sack for the Falcons at home. They got the crowd roaring, and then later you're going to get Asher Story. Look at number 7. He's watching this the whole way, and he gets the interception and almost takes it back. Forest Hill led 22-zip at the break. They win this one big, 44-0. They're going to host Palm Beach Lakes next week. We'll see if Lakes can be on top. Boca Christian at Glades Day, back out to the muck, and Glades Day Gators, they hosted the Boca Christian Blazers in their home opener. Now, the Blazers actually came in at 1-0, having played and won a counting game last week. A little different over there. And the Gators showing us they're even more different from start to finish. They got off to a 14-0 start, not trying to look back. A dominant defensive performance, both in the secondary, and that would lead the Gators, who are rolling right there. Nice pickup on the ground right there. 35-7, they win this one. They're going to try to improve on last year's record, which was 4-5. They're already halfway there. 2-0 for Glades Day, kicking off the season.
You're watching ESPN West Palm High School GameDay.
All right, appreciate the Centennial cheer team getting us going as Centennial visited Wellington on Thursday night. A tale of 2 halves, though. Wellington, well, it was tied up at 6 at the half, and then it was all Centennial in the second half. The Eagles taking over. That was a huge play right there. That's a game-breaking type of play. That's what you need when you're playing on the road on that nice turf that Wellington puts out there for opposing teams. And this is just an angry run, bouncing off of tacklers, using those pads, and then when you do something like that, we give you the big hero shot. We let you celebrate in the end zone. And here goes some defense, the big fella interception. Yeah, he's got hands too. Maybe coach should put him in on an offensive package in the red zone. Centennial, they win it 26-12. They've now won back-to-back regular season games for the first time since last season. Eagles going to be focused on stringing things together moving forward. Let's go out to Joaquin Garcia. Dr. Joaquin Garcia facing at Lake Worth, another Thursday night showdown. Joaquin Garcia, they won 1 game last year and scored 56 total points all of last season. New year, new Bulldogs. That sophomore running back Chase Dablin, he punches in for a score. Eric Lee Jr. right here for Lake Worth, finding Malik McLeod. And buddy, he said, get up. Up top, buddy. That's where you got to go to find him. That's a touchdown for Lake Worth. Caleb Butler, though, transfer quarterback for Garcia over the top. And the guy's name is Zion Vilma. He's a 6'1" sophomore, a 45-yard touchdown for him right down the visiting sideline. And that earns you a hug from the QB. Lee going to go after that same side of the field. And this time he finds a 5'7", a 150-pound junior, Malik Frederick untouched for a score. That dude's fast, too, and he hits hard on defense. Be on the lookout for him. And then the Player of the Week nominee right here, Caleb Butler dropping back. He finds a little dump off to his guy, and boom, boom. You got to tackle with your arms sometimes, too. You can't just lead with the pads. You got to wrap up. And Caleb, to his guy, Chase, shows you just why right there. A Player of the Week nominee right there. A 4th touchdown pass from Butler. And Garcia scores a program-high 49 points in this one, 49-13. Garcia gets the win. They're just 8 points shy from their season total from last year. All right, it's time. It's time. I know you had a lot of fun there. 12 games, a lot of action. All those games counted, by the way. It's time for us to give you a chance to vote for the high school football, high school game day plays of the week. First, a couple of honorable mentions because there were so many great highlights. And we start, well, with this first highlight right here, which is going to be from Centennial, a tough touchdown catch right from Cameron Harris. He had to fight for that one. Slow-mo, he got hit, bobbling the ball, focused. That's hand-eye coordination. Let's take it out to Benjamin. We got a scrambling Jaden Vega, and we got Baron Ryba on the sideline, who Vega's just going to toss that puppy up, and, oh, that's chemistry, baby. That ain't anatomy. That ain't biology. That's chemistry, and those are some tough hands. Great catch right there from the Buccaneers. And here it is, your 4 that are actually up for the vote. Palm Beach Central, they're going to get a strip sack fumble right here from McCohen's Innocent, scooped up by David Harmon, and he's making harmony in the opposing end zone. Running the scoop and score started by Innocence. Well, that's not an innocent play. Yeah, you're guilty of the strip sack, and you got to love that for Palm Beach Central. Option number 2 for the plays of the week, Atlantic quarterback Lincoln Graff. I told you, buddy, oh, come here. Where is he going? I mean, does he need a map? Graff, go back and give him a map. I got to see that again. Plant the foot, shake him out his shoes, and just cruise on into the end zone. Lincoln Graff making it look easy right there with his legs. Now let's go to Dr. Joaquin Garcia, the running back Chase Dagbolin. I got to get his name right. He's a sophomore, but he hits like he's a senior. I mean, look at it. Just eating up tacklers, diving into the end zone, staying in bounds. The dexterity, the balance, the poise. The kid's a sophomore. And look at that, even in slow motion. I think he stayed in bounds. It was called a touchdown. We'll call it that as well. And let's go to Spanish River. Option 4 for your play of the week from week 1. Blake Wallace. I mean, he's open. He's always open. And even a contested catch from Blake Wallace. One of his 4 touchdowns. I feel like every week we're going to have at least one of these that we could put in for Blake Wallace. That's his from week 1. Big Tutty for Spanish River. Make sure you vote on Twitter at ESPN Top 63. We're going to have that running for you. It's a poll. We are people for the people, so make your vote count. Wow, what an amazing week 1. Had so much fun. First off, a special thank you to all of our shooters. I got Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Kate Chumslin, Brian Rowitz. Appreciate both of them as well for setting up everything. Thank you to all of y'all, the high school football players, the coaches, the fans, and of course the parents. What a lovely way to kick off the regular season for high school football in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. The chase for the state title started tonight, and we'll see which team is able to bring it home. Can't wait to bring it back to you next Friday night. We're going to be with you live, the best high school football coverage per usual coming from ESPN West Palm. High School Game Day presented by HSS Florida, and we're going to have that top 10 poll from you for for Safebound Moving and Storage on Monday, so be on the lookout for that one as well to see what teams are moving up and down. That'll do it for this Friday night. Stay locked in with us throughout the season, and we'll keep on showing some love.